We're scanning the option chains of multiple stocks at the same time in this episode. We'll load or create a list of tickers and then get a list of options in one table ranked by how far away they are from their expected volatility. You can still scan one ticker at a time. Sometimes you're only interested in looking at options of one underlying stock, but sometimes you want to expand the search to find the best options over several stocks. And here's some options of the mega caps sorted by their distance away from their expected volatility. And we'll provide a peek at what's coming soon. You'll be able to scan for selling puts, then select one of the puts, and the scanner will pop up everything it needs to place that trade for you. You'll still need to approve every order for now. Again, this feature is not available yet. This button will be grayed out, and it will initially only work for Schwab, but it's coming soon, and there will be a new episode about it. Stick around, and I'll give more details later in the episode. As always, everything you see here is free and open source in the Stockpile repo, available on GitHub, and was built with Claude code. So let's jump right into it. Watchlist has its own tab now, right up top next to single ticker. No broker transaction log required, just a basket of tickers. Under the hood, it's the same scan engine as the portfolio tab from previous episodes, pointed at a list of symbols instead of pulling symbols out of your broker's transaction logs. You don't have to start from scratch. The repo ships starter watch lists. They live as individual JSON files under the Option Scanner Watchlists folder. Open the Saved Watchlist dropdown, and you'll see them, each marked with a starter prefix, so they stay distinct from your own watch lists. We currently have high IV, index ETFs, mega caps, and semiconductors. The group of starter watch lists and the contents may change over time. I'll keep them updated as needed. Loading one doesn't just fill in the tickers, it restores the filters it was saved with too. So a saved watch list is a whole saved scan, not just a list of symbols. Making your own watch list is just as easy. Just type tickers here, give it a name. Let's call this Watchlist 99 and hit save. It echoes back that it's saved 3 tickers. Resaving the same name would override it with whatever you put. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change some filters. Let's lower the delta and let's look for puts and save it. Save it again. So now if I go back to semiconductors, it reloads the semiconductors. But if I go back to my saved watch list, 99, it brings back our filters. Your own watch lists stay on your machine. They get ignored, so only the ship starters are in the repo. Nothing gets uploaded. Let's go back to the mega cap starter watch list. Here's the direction toggle, sell or buy, also saved in the filters. It defaults to sell. Find the richest premium to sell, which works for covered calls or cash secured puts. We'll do one example with covered calls, then flip it to buy for another example, looking for puts to buy on a list of stocks we think may be overdue for a correction. Let's adjust the delta to be more conservative. Let's go down to 10 to 30 to make sure we just get out of the money calls. We switch to Yahoo and we're going to hit Scan Watch List. It scans each ticker one at a time. You can watch the progress bar. It uses the exact same engine as a single ticker scan for each symbol in the list. Something to be aware of, a big watch list on Yahoo Finance can throttle. The scanner notices, waits about a minute, you'll see a live countdown and retries the ticker. If Yahoo is still throttling after that, it stops waiting, fails the remaining tickers fast. You can try again later or configure Schwab. We'll rescan with Schwab. And here's the payoff, the leaderboard. The richest IV plus PP contracts across the whole basket. Here's the sort column. With the mega cap starter list in calls mode, this is across the 10 mega caps, and these are the richest covered calls relative to the expected IV that I could sell right now. At the time of this recording, it seems to be dominated by Meta and Microsoft, and all the other tickers are relegated to the bottom. The table has the ticker, the strike, the expiration, days to expiration, the bid, ask, mid, last trade, IV plus PP, which is the sort column, the delta, annualized yield, open interest, and volume. Every ticker's number one pick is guaranteed a row and shaded blue. The rest of the table fills in with the next richest contracts across all the tickers, and the whole thing is sorted by IV plus PP. So the best opportunities float to the top no matter which ticker they came from. The number of rows shown in the table is double the number of tickers, and each ticker is guaranteed to have at least one row for its top pick. Scroll down past the leaderboard and you still get the full per ticker breakdown, the 4 action cards with the next earnings, the chart with expiration dropdowns, and each ticker's own candidate table with the top end picks that you configured in the filters. This is exactly the same as the portfolio scan. Now let's do a scan in the other direction. Instead of selling calls, let's buy puts. This is purely hypothetical. I'm not suggesting anyone do this. It's just to illustrate. So let's say you think there may be an AI semiconductor bubble that's about to burst. I've made a list of stocks that could be overvalued and could see a correction within the next 6 to 12 months, 180 to 365. Perhaps their valuation has gotten disconnected from reality. I've saved them to the overvalued watch list. Micron, SpaceX, options haven't started trading yet. Tesla, ARM, Bloom Energy, ScanDisk, Caterpillar, NVIDIA, and Marvell. In the direction toggle, I set it to buy before saving the watch list. So we're looking for IV cheap candidates. I want to consider buying puts on these names that I think could be headed lower soon. And I want to buy the ones that are cheap relative to their volatility. If the stocks go down at some point before expiration, I can sell the puts I bought for more than I paid. When I flipped to buy before saving the watch list, it automatically set the delta band to the buy default, 35 to 65. Because when you're paying for direction, you probably want options closer to the spot so you participate in the moves and you're not buying a far out of the money lottery ticket. So let's scan. It now ranks the cheapest puts to buy, lowest IV/PP first across the whole basket, most negative numbers at the top. I can consider buying one of these, and it's safer than shorting the stocks because your losses are capped at what you paid in premium for the puts rather than being unlimited if you shorted the stock. And finally, the last thing about the leaderboard before we move on to the new upcoming trading feature, the leaderboard isn't just on the watch list tab, it's also on the portfolio tab. This is the one that scans a broker's CSV. Here you select one of your transaction logs from a supported brokerage. This one is Schwab, and you get the same cross-ticker rankings for symbols once you scan. Leaderboard. If you scroll all the way to the bottom on both the watch list and portfolio tab, you'll see this download portfolio report button that allows you to save an HTML report for viewing later. Before we wrap, a peek at where this is headed. Run a puts watch list in sell mode using the Schwab data source, and the puts leaderboard will do something new. See these check boxes over here on the far left? You can click one and up pops an investigate put sell window with the contracts bid, ask, mid, last, implied volatility, volume, and open interest. Everything you'd weigh before selling a put. Right now, that's all it does. It's a preview, and the place trade button is grayed out. But here's the plan. The scanner will read those numbers, judge whether you'd actually get filled at a good price, come back with a recommended limit price, and then let you place the trade right from here. And once a trade's placed, you'll be able to view your trades and act on a new trades tab using the Schwab API. This tab will show whether it's open or filled. It'll let you cancel it until it gets filled. Once filled, what it would cost to close out the put, the running profit or loss, and a button to close it out when you're ready. That new tab will have all puts you've sold or placed on Schwab with the scanner. Some safeguards will be in place since this is the first step for the scanner at placing trades. First, it will only sell puts. It will initially only work through Schwab. Nothing will happen without you clicking a button, human in the loop for all trades. So keep an eye out for that episode. It should happen within a week or two after this episode is released. And please leave a comment if you have any ideas on how this should work. Please pause and read this disclaimer. This was not investment advice. There is no guarantee that trades made by finding options with this scanner will be profitable. Join the Discord, Patreon, both linked here and in the description, and please consider liking and subscribing. Please feel free to leave a comment or question about the scanner or this episode. And finally, a couple other of my episodes should be popping up. The 3D Surface one is a good next watch. Thanks for watching until the end and have a profitable day.